I'm gonna go ahead and get this carburetor rejetted, and my choke cable is actually broken where it latches on to the, I guess, placeholder or whatever you want to call it, broke. So I'm actually going to be replacing this cable as well as a CV Performance relocation bracket, which actually puts it on top of the carb. So that'll clean up that whole left side of the engine and keep everything with the carburetor on the carburetor. This is going to be real straightforward. You just need to take the bowl off of the bottom, and in my case it's a 3mm Allen, 4 Allen bolts to rejet with the main and pilot jet, which I'm going with a 50 and a 200. I don't remember what's in here. I think it's a 48 and a 180 possibly. So that was a recommendation from CV Performance. So yeah, when you put this back together, this little rod right here is actually a piston that goes into this rubber boot. So when you put it back on, you gotta make sure that's in there. So jetting this carb is this easy. Take your jets, and the first one, this one was a 195, so that's gonna get bumped up to 200, and just a flathead screwdriver is all you need to crack that open. There's that old one. New 200 is going in. Now you don't want to over tighten these, just a little tight. That's all you need, just like that. Now the other jet is down in this hole, so you will need a long flathead screwdriver to get down in there. There we go. And that one's out. This one was a 48 like I thought. So I went from a 48 and a 195 to a 50 and 200. This one is going to drop down in there. And then same screwdriver, tighten it down. And that is how you rejet a CV carb. It's that easy. And then, like I said, this piston goes back in that hole, like so. Just like that. And there you go. Okay, this CV Performance relocation bracket, basically your carb is going to sit like this. It's going to go right here, and then the choke is going to sit in that hole. So this does come with 4 new bolts for the top, for the carb cover. Now, these are the same as the bottom, 3mm. So that really should be all I need for this. I'm only going to take these off. Well, these two with first to put the bracket on, and then these one at a time, just because I don't want this bowl or this cover coming off. Okay, now the actual choke cable. Now there is a little hex head fitting on the cable on this boot. It's a 9/16. All you're going to do is crack that loose with the wrench, and then just sort of untwist like that. And now in here there is a little ball on the end of the cable, and on this one obviously this brass fitting isn't there. So what we're going to do is pop this spring off and put this on here, and then put the boot on here as well. Move this spring down just like that. Oh god, you can't see this shit. And then slide this out, and then spring comes off. And then you're just gonna pull that off. Bada bing, bada boom. Old cable in the trash. So yeah, new cable's on with the old boot and the old this thing. I don't know what the fuck this thing's called, but you see this thing does spin on its own. So we should be able to just pop this into its housing. Get down in there, and then tighten this down. Choke relocated, carb's been jetted. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this thing back onto the intake manifold and then get the throttle and idle cables all fixed up. We should be good to go. Okay, so we have the carb rejetted, the choke relocated. So we're gonna go ahead and slap this baby on. Make sure you take your stuffing out. So yeah, we're gonna get this put in. Just like when we took it off, you just gotta sort of force it onto this rubber gasket. And then we're gonna feed the throttle and idle cables through. I don't have anything to hook these up to yet because the gas tank obviously is not on. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and get these throttle and idle cables put on. Remember, there's one with a spring on it. You might be able to see that little spring on the end there. That's gonna go on the rear housing right here and on the back side of the throttle wheel. Trying to do this without my big ass head in the way, but it's kind of hard. These are the housings I'm talking about. This is the front one that goes onto the front part of the throttle wheel. You see the red barrel in there and then the cable inside the valley. The rear one with the spring right there goes down into the back side of the throttle wheel. You can see the red barrel. And that's also in that back valley there. So that's really all there is to the carb install. Without the gas tank, I can't hook up the fuel line to the vacuum line. I will need to obviously adjust my throttle and idle cables up at the handlebars. That's super easy to do, especially with the air cleaner off. We're basically just gonna tighten these out until you get tension. Okay, so the throttle and idle have been adjusted, just so there's very little slack in the cables here. And basically you want to have it so you can go full throttle without any play or stoppage. So these should be good. I have full range there. So I'm going to go ahead and lock down the throttle and idle cable up the bars. I'm going to go ahead and put these ARP exhaust studs on. I went and bought 2 nuts that fit on here. It's a fine thread, I want to say 1/4 inch by 24 maybe. So what I'm going to do is put some anti-seize on the threads that go into the head. And I'm just going to hand tighten them for now. And then I'm going to take a 13 mil wrench, crank on the outside nut until it's pretty much flush. And then I'm going to back these 2 nuts out of here, and that's pretty much it. I am going to use anti-seize because I did have to get the one on the front cylinder machined out, and it cost me $150 fucking for this guy to machine it, and I can't even put one of his ARP bolts in there. He had to put a bigger one in there. So I'm going to put anti-seize on these. Alright, so that's all the exhaust studs. As you can see, this is the one up here that had to be cut out, retapped, expensive. So yeah, ARP and all of them but one. One of the final steps I'm going to do on this engine, of course, is the exhaust getting put back on. So real quick, going to be a quick time lapse, just get it done. There you have it. The exhaust is in. Really straightforward with these ARP studs. It was really easy. So the time's come. Had the battery charging all night. As you can see, I got the tank rigged up. I had it zip tied up at the bars just because I don't want any fuel up top where the crossover is at, because I'm not wanting to fuck with any of that. So I have the petcock reinstalled. I'm just gonna put some fuel in here just so the petcock can get some, and then I'm gonna try to start this bitch. We'll see. Let's see if we can make something happen here. It should be enough. It fucking started. Whew! Alright, so that is it for the engine. As you can hear, it sounds great. It's got that good cam lope. I did a once over on everything while it was running. No leaks, nothing like that, nothing out of the ordinary. You probably did hear a little bit of metal clanging when that first started up. And all that was I had this piece of metal stock on my lift and it's kind of making a noise like that. So yeah, it's been a long, arduous journey rebuilding this engine, but I can honestly say I've learned a shitload. I'm hoping someone else can say the same from watching these videos. And to those of you that watched all of them, thank you so much. Like I said, this is something I've never done. It's way outside my comfort zone. So starting next week is going to be the body on this thing. I'm going to be completely removing everything, completely repainting, new decals to include front and rear fender, fairing, fuse cover, battery cover, and tank. So all new decals, all new paint. That probably won't be too long of a series of videos because 80% of it's sanding and that's just all gonna be time-lapse. So as always, thanks again for watching these videos. I have a great time making them. Again, body starting next week. So that'll be a good few videos. First time I've ever really painted anything this way. So I'll be learning something else. I'm excited. Thanks again. See you next week.